guys to everyone. It's Ada from Poison Rock, and we give a third welcome back to, John. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm really good, and also it's really nice to have you back here for the. I don't know, you're the most viewed musician. On Poison Rock, and since
Oh,
ever,
thank you.
yeah, since ever. And it's still the first interview, so the fuck, still that is going. It's going great. Because you're really going, your music, you never stop. Your music is everywhere. You are putting always new music out, doing live show. But first, since we didn't have, unfortunately, didn't have the time to join in a tour you did in Europe, I wanted to ask, how did it go, the tour in Europe? Because it was your first time touring actually in those in Central Europe.
Yeah, that was amazing. It was October now, so it's been a bit like 6 months, but I don't think it really could have been any better. Like we were, first time like touring Europe. We've done fests and stuff, but never been there for more than like a few days at a time. It's usually like fly in and out. So we were touring for, I think it was like 3 weeks at least.
Yeah.
And we were out with Lamp of Murmur and Dodrit, who are both like a really good friends of mine, and um, we were all really good friends before we did that tour, so it was a pretty unique tour. Just um, like we all knew, we're all very excited to see each other and stuff. Usually, you don't like know a lot of the bands that you tour with sometimes before you like get there, so you never know how it's gonna be and if you're gonna get along. And it was just really special to like be able to go out with those guys, and
And a
it was a
family.
blast. Yeah, yeah.
Also because it's because we started doing the first interview, and I think people maybe they didn't think about it when literally there was the real beginning. So I can say I saw you go reach out the peak. I was there, and you. You made a jump, and I can, like I said to you all the time, and I always wrote you all the time. You really changed the music history with your sound, with your music. You did that, John, and you know better than me. Black metal music has something different. Even people that did never listen black metal, they listen black metal. People that never, that for example prefer listen folk, everything, everyone. So did you think, like, have you ever thought about, like, back then, since you started you started by yourself, a Blackbraid, without anyone, just to think that today you would be like one of the major artist requests? Also New York Times, you were, what the fuck, a band.
Yeah, no, it's been pretty crazy. I definitely didn't expect any of it, I don't think. Like it just, yeah, it keeps getting crazier.
That's the thing, it keeps getting crazier. I know you. And also because you mentioned something that is going on that people will have also already read outside, and I will be probably we have what, a Blackbraid 3 coming on the way after Blackbraid 2. Not even the time to digest. So congratulations, first of all, for the third chapter. I don't want to say chapter, the third volume of the album. It's the third album since 2022, kind of 2022. Yeah, I have so now the album is, the news is out, we can say. And around when is gonna be the full release?
Um, the full the full album comes out August 8th.
Okay,
So
and pre-order will be ready as soon as the news of the album drops, right?
no, I think the pre-order is closer in the summer sometime,
Okay.
like maybe a month or two before the album comes out,
Okay.
it'll be up. But yeah.
And of course, the most common question. Black Bride 2 was, it was amazing. The art, since the artwork, all the promotion you made. Even posters. There's a lot of work behind it. So, what make Black Bride 3, the number 3, different from the previous one? In which way? Not only in the sound, and if. I will start with the sound. There's some, of course, I think it's gonna be something different in that knowing you.
Yeah. I think three is it's just kind of maybe like bigger and better. Um,
Okay.
you know, there's 10 tracks again. Um, I think my songwriting maybe is a lot better than it used to be.
Okay.
I feel like it's much more put together, but I mean, it's still very much black metal.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of blast beats and whatnot still. There's a lot more guitar solos.
Okay.
So, you know, I think there's probably even more acoustic stuff. Like there's a lot more of everything. It kind of just, it feels a lot more full to me.
Okay.
I
So
squeezed a lot more into those 10 tracks, maybe.
so you kind of put together like because you mentioned at the beginning there is a kind of you perfection and improve like let's say that you not the perfection because I think you are a good an amazing songwriter but let's say evolve because we evolve when we write and in which way you see these changes like going more in depth maybe in the structure of the lyrics itself or in the topics talk about it.
Yeah, I think I mean the lyrics and stuff haven't changed much. I still write about all the same stuff. I just feel like I maybe I think the songs are better. I don't know how else to put it, but uh you know, I'm sure like I someone will always say that about their newest songs, but
Yeah.
I do think it's kind of just like a step up. Like I think they're just more maybe thought outs and you know, I did take my time more. Like this album took longer than the other two to write
Okay.
and I spent more time on it and I think you could probably hear that in the songs like
In the lyrics, lyrics, and in the also in the technique and the sound, I guess.
yeah, yeah. The sound is very similar, but I do think it's a step up. You know, there's not like a huge change. Like you'll be able to definitely still tell it's Blackbraid.
Okay.
But I do think it is better in many ways, in my opinion, anyway.
And also because there is also a change of the artwork style. Am I right? How that?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So we had Adrian Baxter was the
okay.
artist for the first two. Um, and you know, he's amazing and I love his work. So we still have him do a tiny bit on there. Like he's involved in the art a little bit and he did a border and some um like gatefold designs and stuff, but the main artwork is uh oil acrylic painting
That's an oil painting. Okay.
from Adam Burke, who has done a ton of things lately. You know, he's just an amazing painter, and
I'm seeing that.
I've like really admired him since long before Blackbraid. I've followed him and loved his work, so I thought it
Yeah.
would be pretty fitting to bring him in on this one. And he did an amazing job. Like I really couldn't be any more happy with the
Yeah,
painting. So
because just looking also the detail, there's something that recurs in the like in the break, like the sun, like this kind of stylist, let's say in the core in the borders of the symbol that claims your like your style, but also I think the deers, the wild animal, there's something connected to the wilderness itself, but this time something more melancholic maybe more close to the to the darkness. What is the I mean because in your point of view, so let's say in your point of view, so people would say oh this is not what does it mean the art cover.
yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say without giving too much away about the album,
Okay,
but
okay, we just
I
say
think
even a hint.
yeah. But yeah, I think the album is I think the art is a pretty perfect
Okay,
representation of the album, I think.
of the
Like
music
I'm really happy with
with
what he came up with, so.
okay, okay, so let's say that what the all the album, the essence, the message, the lyrics, the music that is gonna be in Blackbraid 3 is represented, is it represented by the cover art? Let's say that,
Mhm.
just to make it clear. And of course, I wanted to ask, it's mainly about each song goes its own way, like it has its own meaning, or you try to create a concept, not like a message that's an album that sends a specific message, or just it has its own topic.
I guess it's a bit of both, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Like the songs are, some of them, you know, they're all like their own entity and stuff.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, like it is all like one
Yeah.
piece too, you know. I always, um, you know, it's the album is meant to be listened to like in order from front to back, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
So, to get the full experience, yeah, it would be best to listen as a whole, I think, if you have time to sit down and listen to the whole thing
I
at
mean,
once.
people
It's
will
like
have.
a little over, I think it's about an hour. I think it's like 55 minutes or something. So, yeah.
I think people will have the time to listen your album back and forth and back, all the time, from the first to the song to the last to the last to the first. Don't worry, your fans, because okay, your whole world will do that. And writing is because of course there is also a reason why people should start from the first. That will find out, because there is kind of a beginning, kind of. They will find out why.
Mhm.
But did you already plan? There is already a planning about which song is going to be released in the next month, throughout before the full release of the album.
Yeah, I can't really
No,
say
I
yet,
don't know,
but it's
it's already planned.
planned.
So we can say that
Mhm.
from the 23rd of April till the 8th of August, we will see the release of some singles going on somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so let's say that for the people will wake up and say, "What the fuck? A new album?" But also, it's not only the new album that is out. You have also festival, of course, of course. Now, you have you have more festival, I think, as a live show at the moment, that or tour than touring, right?
Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're getting in
Um,
London somehow, somewhere. Oh, you already played in London
yeah,
for
we
Christmas?
play. So on this run, like in 2 weeks we go and we play Gathering of Nations in the
Okay,
U.S., which is huge. You know,
okay, great.
that's like the biggest powwow in the world, so we are very excited about that.
That's
Um,
amazing. Congratulations for you. That's beautiful.
and yeah, it's Albuquerque, which you know, it's
Yeah.
like in the heart of Navajo territory. So,
Yeah.
traditionally, like every time we go to Albuquerque is always amazing. The Dene love us, and
Yeah. It's like,
you know, we love them, and um, it's just always like a really special place to play. So it's really cool to get to go back there for one show. And yeah, after Albuquerque, we have two headlining club shows in Greece.
okay.
Um,
Okay.
and then we play headlining set at Black Hole Fest in
And
Switzerland.
Switzerland. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then we finish with London
That's a,
Incineration Fest. Yeah.
yeah. So you have a little bit of festival going on there, but this one that you told me in Albuquerque, it's really important because, as you said, we always kind of talk about that for hours. So people, if they want to listen more, they have two interviews to go, and also
Mhm.
especially the second one, because also we had Alexander with us from Ethereal Tomb, that we had this talking about what is important about Native American people, but in general people from the native country, anyone,
Mhm.
Sami. It's important to keep this up. And since I start to see your music out there, and it's important because always you send a message, and I also seeing this, doing this job, this important role coming out more also in the music, in the new movie industry, TV shows industry, like Dark, for example, Dark Wind's TV show with Zan McLaren. These people, Jeremy Gauna, all of you guys are doing such a beautiful job to put your strength outside, to take the power back, let's say. It's important. So I say thank you, which I'm not there, but it's important because if you really never need that for spreading, I'm here with my sword. So for that, but I want to say it's important for the younger generation and for the younger people in the in Europe that they don't know the truth. So these you open the gates for a lot of things, John. That's you know that, and a lot of things are moving all around, and it's important. And always, for me, as a poison rock, you know that we stand with all that. It's important, and but also I want to ask you because it's a thing that I never got the chance to ask you because the video was out after we did the interview. The Spirit Return. That video was amazing. One of the
Oh yeah,
best
yeah.
video that I ever saw in my fucking life. Who directed? Why you pick the desert and come? It's amazing. That's the song. It's beautiful. It's incredible. But the video, I mean, it's perfect location. I mean,
Oh, thank you.
I mean, I want more of this video. I mean, because of course, you know, it's like a cliche. People think it if you are black metal, you play in the mountain with face painting. Instead, you chose the desert, which is a high, let's say, it's a kind of quite the opposite. So
Mhm.
just I wanted to ask you this because I never got a chance to ask you, and it's my question for you, my curiosity.
Oh, what was the question? I'm sorry.
About
Say
the
it again.
Spirit Return video, like people might think as a cliche, as a black metal band, you could gonna pick some high mountain with the snow using the fucking white face painting and just go there. Instead, you go straight to the dry desert and stood there with that's what when I said to you, you change your music because you gave a new face to black metal. So why this choose of the desert? Why these? I mean, and especially what meant, how was during that video, music video, because it's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, we still do. Like, I live in the mountains in the north. It's snow this morning. Like, we have very late spring here, so it's still it's still pretty cold. So, I guess like we have those videos too,
Yeah,
Um, and America is huge, like,
yeah,
and like the native population, like we go, all the way from like the North Pole, like Alaska, to, the
South,
down to the tip of South America. So we have many, many, different
yeah, lands.
climates and
Yeah,
stuff that we live in, and I kind of want Blackbraid to kind of represent all of that,
beautiful.
not just where I'm from. So, and the desert is a huge part of it. It's you
Yeah,
know, it's where the Indian Wars happened, and
yeah,
Mexico and South America have a lot of desert too, and uh, it just felt like very right, I guess, to do it out there. And ever since I wrote that song, I kind of had the idea to do. I wanted to do that video in the desert with like some horses and shit. So
yeah.
um it kind of just like when I wrote it, I kind of knew from the start I wanted to do it there. And then we made it happen. It was very hot.
You're not used to that climate, let's say. So I mean, here it's summer almost. It's freaking 20 degrees. We're already in the summer. So when you're gonna be in Greece, you can bring your, I don't know, go to the beach. I mean, you're closer to
Yeah.
my house. Like I can open almost the window high, John, through the Mediterranean Sea. I mean, but still, it's weird. He didn't get any chance to play in Italy, right? At the moment, still now didn't play because otherwise I would have joined. I have to. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with? We have to bring. I have to bring you in Italy somehow. So I'm gonna talk with someone if you still didn't, because I mean, it's you. You went throughout the Europe. You went throughout the world, all over the world, but you didn't go yet to Japan. Or there's something
No.
you see, so almost next year.
Yeah, I mean, I would love, we'll go anywhere. Unfortunately, like, we can't,
Yeah,
I'm not rich. Like, we can't. The only thing is money. Like, anywhere where a promoter will pay me enough to
yeah,
go there and not go broke, like, we'll do it. So
yeah.
it's really up to them.
Yeah, but with your music, with the talent of all the Because okay, another thing that we never did. I mean, we missed a fucking 2 years of interview. That's possible. How that's possible? Because we never also got the chance to introduce who else is playing in Blackbraid. Because I always say Blackbraid is, but now there are people that are with you with more than one live show, also as a live musician. So never got the chance to say their name to just if they wanted to be introduced, of course, if they wanted to keep the mystery because we never got the chance to, since now people saw them live at like tons of time. So just to give them also a shout out is I think it's cool to people to get if they want to be introduced, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I think I mean, a lot of people already know who my live members
Yeah,
are. I mean, we don't talk about it too much, but
that's cool.
it's pretty easy to figure it out if you like look on the internet a bit. So,
Yeah,
my two guitarists right now, are, they're all great friends of mine, so it's pretty
yeah,
easy. But
yeah,
one of them is my friend Edo, who's a old time friend of mine, and they all have their own things going on. Like
of course.
he
Yeah,
does Maleficent and Night of the Pale Moon, Yawali. He has about 10 different other projects that he's always working on. Um, and then the other guitarist is my buddy Adrian, who like his main thing other than this would be he's in a death metal band called Blistering Rot. Um, these guys are all from LA pretty much, so.
yeah,
And then also my drummer Johnny does a thousand things. But like Blistering Rot, he's also in Blistering Rot with Adrian. He plays drums in that,
yeah,
and he plays drums in like Go Ahead and Die with the Cavaleras, and he kind of jumps around a lot too. Just everything. And
yeah,
then my bassist, he has a solo project, also black metal called Goods for Lot, which is kind of more
yeah.
like fantasy rock black metal, and
But it's
it's really fucking cool. And
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
and
they're
also
all like pretty great musicians. Yeah, so
kind of let's have a second family because it's also always good to credit some of the photo or the video that say it's your wife behind that. So another mem is your wife. She's amazing. When she's
yes, yes.
always I like to quote her because female power. That's I have to say it. So before always and I mean so about what is going on at the moment. I mean, you had a blast since the beginning. I knew it, and I always say right now, now I we have another bet. I'm sure that in the next year or in the you're gonna go to the Japan, Australia, in Asia for sure. I'm sure of it, and I will tell you. I told you so. I knew it. I knew it all the time. You will go. I'm sure because you are really. I think one of the biggest revelation of in this 20 year by far because no one changed the music as much as you. So you left an impact that will last. I mean, fucking forever. So I wanna. We are honest. So we have these upcoming shows in the 2 weeks. You say in Albuquerque. Albuquerque. I have to learn this powwow big festival, and then you're gonna go ahead in Zurich, and it's in Switzerland and in UK, right? These are the other big,
Yeah,
and United States.
yeah. Well, Greece, yeah, Greece, and then
Greece.
that stuff. But
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
And people can, of course, check it out to see more dates around on social media, which they know, I think, by now. And they can start to look more around also for this upcoming Black Braid tree that is a mystery to unravel. We just don't know nothing. But if you can just say before ending one adjective or a sentence or a quote, whatever, to just define this album without saying too much, what would you say? Like the ending of the
I think it's kind of like the natural progression from the first two albums. Like it definitely still feels the same, but it also feels like very new and a lot. I think it's a lot better and more put together, and I'm definitely most proud of it. But yeah, I think it still flows like it. It definitely fits with the first two, but I think if you could imagine, kind of everything that I'd wish I had done better in Blackbraid 2 is like, this is my second chance at it, I guess. So.
Okay. But I said it always, if I start to listen your music and I go with the first album, second album, third album, it doesn't make sense. Kind of a whole journey by itself.
Mhm.
Of course. So I mean, I'm happy that I'm sharing this interview. Like I'm gonna put it the 24th out. Hello. I'm grateful that you're sharing this news with me, of course, as always, and also grateful for the time because never taken nothing for granted. And I wish you really the best. I mean, I always happen the best. I wish you the best for this new album. And have fun in Greece, have fun in whatever you go, because I know you will do. And greetings to your wife. And next time I see you in Europe, I don't know where. I mean, in Italy, I hope. I have to check where you're gonna be in the UK because we might cross somehow because I'm gonna be there. So I have to check. We have to meet all together. I mean, it's been too much. Almost like
Yeah.
fucking years. I'm gonna be dead. So we're gonna be high in the underworld. Hi.
Yeah, it's just London for now, that one London date, but I won't really play Europe this year probably after this little run. So
Yeah.
I really want to focus on the US again after this album came out because we didn't do the US last year. So
maybe I'm gonna
yeah.
be in US. Maybe I'm gonna be in US. I mean, I have to go in US someday. Who knows? But we're gonna find a way. And thank you so much, really. I can't wait to listen to this album and always do what you do because with your own way of thinking, because you don't need any advice for anyone. It's just with your mind. And have a good, beautiful rest of the day. And thank you always, John. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.